Hey, well, today's an awesome day. We had 7 people show up for our Juneteenth potluck. 50 people were invited, and of the invited people, 7 showed, and we had 2, no, it was 3. Yeah, it was 3 young ladies. 3 guests. Isn't that awesome? This is the first time I had event at the library. That's a library event that 7 of the invited people showed up, and they were all local, and the event, of course, is local. No out of state guests or participants. Awesome day. Also, I got here early. Well, yesterday we did I did set up majority everything for the event. That's because whenever the first time we do something, I like to be hands-on in everything that weeds out any issues. I try to predict what's going to go wrong, So we had meatball soup because, oh, sorry. Just scream it out and I forgot. This is anyway. Whenever we do a new event at the library, I'm hands-on on every part of it to make sure that any foreseeable issues that will come up, I can predict them to a point for the next time when we do it. So, 7 people out of 50. One issue. Besides that, we had enough food soup for 50 people. Everyone was expected to bring something because if 50 people actually brought food, I was basically predicting at least 12 people would bring food. But the thing that took me by surprise is Lands and Hands, a local organization that does outreach to prison system. They take books to the prisons. They had dropped off a gallon of lemonade for everybody, and also 2 1-gallon dispensers for the lemonade that we keep here at the library. So that was awesome. Of course, the library provided the space. Then the anime club, Ichi Anime Worx, they provided, which is my club, of course. So we provided the main course, which is meatball soup. Because it's Juneteenth, you have to have, you don't have to have, but it's traditional to have foods that are red. And so this was an interesting, I guess, Italian type, not really Italian, but Italian type soup. But I would mostly call it a stew myself. But I guess the difference is a soup is thin, while a stew, the broth, is thicker. So that was interesting and different. It was good. Everybody liked it. But I did a bit of an experiment. I went to Burcott's. That is our local grocery store that's in the town of Moments. It's about 15-minute drive from us, 15-30, depends. But that's one of our neighbor communities, and they have a grocery store. Pembroke Township does not have a grocery store. We have farmers market, and it hasn't started yet. So the challenge was getting the products, because this is a recipe we've never done. So this is the recipe for this year that the club is going to be focuses on. One of the recipes we're going to be focusing on. So the first time putting it together, we got products from the grocery store. So everything came from the grocery store, fresh and what I used, processed. That's what I would use. The meatballs were processed. We used canned tomatoes and tomato sauce and canned peppers that I like. Okay, because the peppers weren't really Italian, but I had to put my little thing on it. We also it had meatballs, mixed vegetables. Um, what else? Potatoes. I don't know why they put potatoes with mixed vegetables, but whatever. The fresh ingredients were potatoes, the garlic, the onions. Everything else was processed. The butter. Well, what do you call mixed vegetables? Where they froze them, so a little bit processed, I guess. Um, and then the meatballs came, it was prepackaged meatballs, so processed. We spent, and don't forget our side for that is, toasted bread, French bread, that we put a dried tomato and garlic mixture on, it was olive oil mixture on top of it, that was processed. So yeah. Oh, and I didn't break the bread, so it was from the bakery. Yeah, I got it from the bakery area. So it was from the bakery because I had to cut it, which I forgot that you can get them to cut it while you're there. I found out. Not the time I went and got everything, but the next time I went to get something for something else. I did not know they would cut the bread for you while you're there. Interesting. Anyway, so with the 7 people that were here and our 3 guests, everybody enjoyed everything. So for something that was not homemade from scratch, was pretty awesome. I put it all in a crock pot. That's how we cook here at the library. We started off in the crock pot. If it can't be done in the crock pot, well, it's going to be done in pizzazz. If it can't be done in the pizzazz, it's going to be done in the microwave. If it can't be done in the microwave, we're not doing it here. So I enjoyed myself. We had fun. We also had a crochet bazaar. So I guess we will be doing this every year now because I don't care. 50 people didn't show up. I got 7. I am satisfied there was more than just me. So we had fun. They enjoyed the food. The recipe calls for a 30-minute prep time and an hour cook time. Been using the crock pot for now on. I will always use 4-hour cook time because that way, even though majority of everything wasn't all the way fresh, the potatoes were fresh from the produce section. Look, it's gonna rain. That's why I keep looking out. There's windows right there, and the wind is kicking up. My ride is gonna be getting here because it's my ride is my mom and my father, my sisters, and they're farmers. So I know it was they were gonna be late picking me up today. So I'm about to do this. I won't have time to do much anything else. I know I haven't been online posting for like over 2 months. That is because I'm coming up with my own type of format and how I'm going to be doing things from now on. I would like to keep posting basically on Saturday. I was going to see if I can try posting on Monday, but Saturday works best for me. That way I use the whole week in collecting content and then putting everything out on by Saturday. That way I have a nice Saturday block. So that's going to be the new change. And besides, I was working on a new thing for this week, crafts and everything all week long. Next year, hopefully, we'll have more African-based crafts for this week. I am doing a lot of research on that one. I was having someone assist me on it, but they haven't gotten back to me. So besides that point, I've had fun all week. I've actually had fun the last 2 months of doing research so that I can provide content that's not exactly like everybody else's content that's on YouTube. I don't want to be like following what everybody else does. I would like to, do stuff that's for me. And I'm a nerd, so I guess I'm a blurred. I just found out this term. It is so awesome. I'm learning a whole bunch of new things. But anyway, I have varying points of interest. Put it like that. I am not stuck on one thing. I like animations. I like I like reading. I like drawing. And what I learned from my college, what I went to college for, is learning to do digital artwork. So you basically learn how to use the programs. Because I'm not a self-learner when it comes to computer programs. I'll self-learn for a lot of things, but not computer-related things, because I get it wrong. I get it wrong a lot. I get it wrong a lot. So I went to college to learn how to use the computer programs to produce my artwork. Big waste of money. But besides the fact that I learned how to use the programs to a point. Big waste of money because of all the, extra courses that they put on you that I call filler. I didn't get too much, I would call fan service. So, yeah. Would have preferred to, work more on the programs. But anyway. That is then, this is now. And besides, I went to college, so that's the children, the youth in my community would not have to do that. So I figure if I go and learn it, I can find better ways of them being certified to get those programs. And I have found it, of course, because I am an artist that likes to do research. Artist first. No, well, I guess it's farmer first. Yeah. But it was downtime for farming, not trial. And then I had to go to school. So I guess that's where the research comes in. And before I learned how to farm, I learned how to read. Sure. Well, my mom's big on reading. So I'd like to thank everyone, my subscribers, if you're still there. Thank you. I had one subscriber for the longest, and I don't get to talk to him because he's never online. I guess the talking point for today is the discussion that we started for the crochet class, because we still gotta have crochet class because it is Saturday. I just didn't record because me forgot to download all the content off of my SD cards, and I had no space for anything, so I did not take any pictures. Everybody else took pictures today. I didn't take pictures of, well, it is getting wind. There's a window on that side too also. I'm kind of like surrounded in front of me by windows. It is getting really windy outside, so I better hurry up. My ride's gonna get here. So the topic for today was, what was the topic today? We always start on one topic and go out into a whole bunch of different things. But the main topic was, you know what? Just thinking about it. We went into so many doggone angles. I don't remember how the conversation started for today. We usually do in crochet class. We have something to talk about. Either it be movies or, just our week. And so, we talked about a lot of stuff. Waiting for the food to get ready. Because I cooked in a crock pot. And for not only, like I said, 4 hours in the crock pot. Oh, wait, there we go. Wait, there we go. 4. 1, 2, 3. Little pinky gal. Look, stop going. There we go. 4 hours. It's always best 4 hours. 3 hours will have the potatoes soft but firm. If you do a whole chicken in there for 24 hours, you will be eating the bone, baby. Okay. So, we talked about a lot of things for our topic today. Nothing was, we started off talking about one thing. Well, I guess we started off talking about the food because this is a new recipe that I'm trying out for everyone. The club, of course, we all agreed. And I had to go get the stuff because I am the club manager. And I have to make sure that my club has all the supplies that we need. And the club, we're supposed to get together and raise the funds for a thing. But now our challenge is this. The markets are open. Should be. Well, Kankakee Market is open. I have to look up when Moment's Market is open, but Grant Park's Farmers Market is open. So we'll be, hopefully, if I remember to bring my camera and have empty SD cards, we will have the budget of 48. Wait. So it's $46 for the food and how to get something separate. What was it I got separate? The bread. I came back. That was like $3 more. So 46, 47, $49. So I'll just say $50. With $50, we have to produce from farmers markets the ingredients for the meatball soup. To do it one more time, and that will be doing October. No, actually it's November. November, we'll be doing the meatball soup again, because we always try recipes twice. We do it two different ways. The first way we get everything from the store. The second way we do it, we try to find everything from the farmer's market. We finish off with a nice big feast in, I think it's going to be November. I have to look it up and make sure. But October, November is when we mainly do a lot of food related projects here at the library. So we'll be doing food, one of the months we do the meatballs again. Last year we worked again on our chili. It's called Dragon Chili, okay? And yes, it burns going in, going down your throat, and then it burns coming back out. Yes, it is. It's tasty. Very tasty. The people who like chilies like it. The people who don't like chilies get an experience. Oh yeah, and when it's in your stomach, it cools down. So that's why we call it dragon chili. Yeah, working on it for a while, because we enter it into the Communication Outreach Committee's chili festival. Well, chili contest. Chili cook-off. Yeah, that's what it is. Chili cook-off. They did not do it last year. That's why we used that one as our recipe to update. So anyway, I have been reading. So I will be doing, putting together content for the books I've read. So far I've read basically 2 weeks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 books right now. Yeah, I do believe. I have to go back and I've been leaving them on my desk. So I won't forget how many books I read, because they're right there in front of me. I have forgotten to post last week's on Twitter. Yes, the library has a Twitter account. I forget what the name of it is. I am so smart. But anyway, you can talk to us on Facebook. I do have posted wherever it is down here. I don't know if it's this side or this side. We have the link to our Facebook account. So you can contact us there. We try to check Facebook every Friday. Yeah, because when I get on Facebook, I like playing the game. So yeah. And if I don't do it on Fridays, if I do it every day, that means I get caught up for every week and, every day, the day before, really quickly. And then I decide, let's play this word game real quick. And so I do it on Fridays because, yeah, I end up being on Facebook all day when that happens. Because I got a farm on Farmville, and I gotta check if my crops have, not died on me, and feed my animals. The only place I can, fish and actually catch fish in the pond. Yeah. So, I hope you guys you all continue to grab at me, I guess. Hang out, whatever. So yeah, I see somebody kind of like ate all the food. It was me. And, oh yeah, and Miss Hall, she brought donuts. They were awesome. Who else brought something? The Anime Club brought the chili. The 4-H'ers brought the bread. Well, they gave me the money for the bread. I kind of picked it up. So everyone's been busy, 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 busy. I have a lot of content, a lot of videos I have to put together. I'm trying. Well, I went to college for graphic arts. I did not go for animation, so I've been teaching myself how to do animations. Thanks to the rest of the animating to YouTubers, because you guys, I know how to make. Well, you see my animation, my chicken on one of the intros, Blink, and I've been working with some stop motion stuff, and been basically mostly right now stop motion I've been playing around with. It makes it a lot faster for me. I think that's because I like building stuff with my hands. So I get there and I put it together using different materials and everything. So I'm trying to work on a stage right now, because next month will be our animation workshop. And it's using the programs that's already on your computer to put animations together. So we're gonna start with stop motion because that's what I've been working on for the last couple of months. And yeah, did my research. I tried to get a hold of some art teachers and professors around, but I got no feedback from them, so I had to go and do it myself because I ain't scared of no book. Our computer. Well, it's starting to get really dark outside. My ride should be getting here soon, and this video's gotten a little bit too loud. So I will be trying to do 2D animations here. Working on some stuff. I won't be using well, I like to put things in two types of perspective type deals. Two different ways I do stuff. I call them throwaways. They're not really throwing it away. It's just that the stuff that I will show people are my throwaways. So I will post on here the animations. I don't care if someone takes and uses somewhere else. And then I have my keepers. And so my keepers you won't be seeing. Sorry. Unless I do a Patreon, which is what I'm going to be having to do here soon, because we need to get funding for our animation club. We are, it's hard. It's hard out here for an artist. So, you wouldn't think that, but hey, I eat at my mama's house, okay? I don't have much money for anything else. And like I said, my family are farmers. I get fed well. That's why I gotta start doing some workout, which is walking. Because I live in the country and there's no gym. No. It's called Walk to the Front. And walking to the front is 2 hours. Yeah, my feet are killing me right now. Did it yesterday. I might take you on a walk one day. At least a section of it anyway. What else? So I will be posting on Saturdays. I will hopefully put together content for 4 hours worth of stuff, of interestingness of my slice of life, I guess. If there's any, I would like feedback that would be helpful. That way I know if you all are, stop saying guys, because girls don't like being called guys. You all would like something for me to try, I will try it. I like to try at least once, except for blute, and I'm not doing stink fruit, okay? I'm not. Not gonna happen. Oh yeah, and I'm not eating no animal's doggone reproductive organ. No, it's not happening. I draw the line. I draw the line. So if there's something you want me to try, I will try to get it. If there's something really cool, technical thing that you've learned, let me know. I like trying technical stuff. I like making things. I like doing crafts. So you'll be seeing me doing crafts. You might, if I have permission from the parents, I'll show you some of the classes, but I haven't got any of the parents to warm up to the idea yet. So if not, you'll see just like the crochet class, you'll be hearing everybody's voices and seeing everybody's hands because they don't want their faces shown. Well, not everybody does. Some don't care, some do. So I just show everybody's hand just to be nice. And besides, I don't want nobody to beat me up. Crafters gets antsy because they have utensils in their hands and they will stab you. Oh, it's getting really pretty outside. Pretty dark and interesting light. Wow, it's nice out there. I might go up, take this laptop out there and show you some what's going on outside. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But anyway, I had fun with our 7 guests. Well, 7 invited and 3 guests. 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of people. 10 people. And no, I did not. I do it in 2 different pots. So I do the first pot. I have it ready for everybody to eat, and then I have the second pot like an hour after that. You know, according to how many people show up. Since no one else showed up, because we had other guests that were for the library. They came and went. Even though they smelled the awesome food that was going on, I found that no one really likes asking questions like, ooh, something smells good. What's going on? No, they don't. They just like look around like, oh, they smell something, and they just walk on and handle their own business. So, you know, whatever. They could have had something too. Like I said, I had enough ingredients for 50 people on $50. Well, that's $1 a person. Maybe I should charge everybody $1. Nah, I prefer that you bring your own dish. That way you can brag on your dish. Yeah, that's always fun. But anyway, hopefully by November, I will have the Anime Club's recipe book together. And of course, we'll be doing our Patreon, have that all put together, because you can't do, well, I feel you can't do Patreon or any other crowdsourcing unless you have a product to give. So we will this year be our cookbook, because cooking animations are in. And I might do some stop motion animations with the cooking. I don't know. I might be working on something. Yeah. Something a little bit, you know, interesting for me, because it's fun. And like I said, next month is animation, so I gotta come up with something. So, yeah. I have a lot of interest, like I said. I went off topic. I have a lot of interest. I'll be posting them here on Saturdays. So if I get off my lazy derriere, because I am not a morning person, I don't really wake up until mentally anyway, until 12. That's why Saturday is so awesome, because I can come right into work and start doing projects. My brain don't hurt on that one. It's everything else related with being in the library setting. Office, behind the scenes. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And next month is going to be reporting period, so yeah. But I hope, like I said, to start posting now every Saturday, because doing my little test a couple months back, I can make that day. I can. Yeah, because Monday's my day off, and I start walking around collecting content. I have no life, really. I have no public life. Well, like I said, for working in the library, that's as public as my life gets. So, I have that, and I like to sing, even though my sisters say I can't sing, so I will be screeching at you, because I'm trying to come up with new intros. Won't be my face, be my voice, and some, content I've collected. I like to draw, of course, so you'll be seeing some of my artwork. Not the things I'm working on, because they're not completed, because that's why I'm working on them. I do a little bit and I set them down, because I don't want to go too far. You go too far, you know, messed it up and you can't fix it. So we got that, and any other really cool thing that I find on the YouTubes or the internets. Oh, I remember this topic. We were talking about how people are, how I think I am. I am not everyday happy. I'm not happy all the time. Either I'm happy or I'm sad. I'm never in between. There is no gray. That's why I can't be sinister. I think sinister is one of those in between type deals. And I tried. We tried doing sinister voices the other day for this thing that we one of my club members working on. I suck. I got angry. I got intimidating. I got happy and some other things down pat. But sinister is one of those in between emotions I cannot convey with my voice. So I can do some other stuff. Yeah, I can. I'm a chameleon. I should adjust myself to the situation. If it's with some ladies, or the conversation is based on fashion. Don't like talking about boys all the doggone time. I give that a quickie because how far can you go? Do look good. What else can you say? I'm not gonna break it down to his that looks like this and his this reminds me of that. Sounds weird. So we was talking about that and how some people are in their situations here, because when it gets to other people's personal stuff, I don't like re-talking about it. So they talked about how they are. So, and I'm inquisitive. So yeah, there's that too. And my battery's low, and I do hear my ride come. Yep. I don't know if you can hear that truck coming, but that's my ride. So I'll talk to you later. Yes, later.